So what's the restriction on this domain? Normally, your domain is all real numbers. It's asking you, what can you plug in for x? And it's all real numbers, except we can't have a 0 in the denominator. So what you need to do is you need to take your denominator, x squared minus 25, and say that that cannot be equal to 0. Okay, so let me remind you that the numerator, we're not even worried about what's in the numerator at all if we're looking for a domain restriction. So when I look at this is quadratic. It's a quadratic equation. How do I solve a quadratic equation? What's the first step? I'll give you a hint. Step 1, set it equal to 0. Done. Step 2, factor completely. Man, they really like the difference of two squares. That's the difference of two squares. When I factor it, I'm going to get x plus 5, x minus 5. So if you need to look that up, look up factoring the difference of two squares. And then we set all of our factors equal to 0. And in this case, it's actually not equal to 0. So we're going to say x plus 5 not equal to 0. And we're going to say x minus 5 is not equal to 0. All right, let's solve. Get that grumpy old x by himself. I'll subtract 5 on both sides. X cannot be 0 minus 5 is negative 5. X can't be negative 5. If you try to plug a negative 5 into this, you're going to get a 0 on the bottom. Cat in the hat, undefined, cannot happen. So let's go ahead, let's solve this one. We'll add 5 to both sides. X cannot be a positive 5. 0 plus 5 is a positive 5. All right, and here's my answers. You're probably going to see it in this set builder notation, x such that x is a real number and x cannot be, and you will have to put in here, negative 5, comma 5.